Hey there, how's it going? This is Scott Tuzana here, and I'm about to embark on a 25-day journey following the Xtreme fat loss diet plan that was created by my good friend Joel Marion. Now, if you know me, you know that whenever I commit to a plan, I absolutely must give my very best effort ever, at least 100% of my effort towards that plan, and this is absolutely no exception. And when you're following an extreme plan like this, it requires extreme motivation. So I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you what I've done to really crank up my motivation. It's going to guarantee that I make the absolute most out of this program. Now, the very first thing that I did when I got the extreme fat loss diet plan was just get it all organized. Preparation is an absolute key. It's part of the motivation process, because you don't want to just jump in without being absolutely prepared and organized. So what I did was I got everything organized into little duotangs here, little folders, and so I got it all organized, printed it all out, and the next thing I did was listen to there's an audio that comes with the plan that's an interview with Vince Del Monte, his fiancée Flavia, and John Romanello. That was an hour-and-a-half audio. I listened to a good chunk of it while I was doing cardio today, and what it really did was help. Well, I really want to get inside their heads. They followed the plan, so I wanted to listen to their insights, what they took from following the plan, anything that they had may have learned that I can apply to what I'm doing right here, and it really did help. So I recommend that being one of the first steps for you, is to download that audio with Vince, Flavia, and John Romanello. Listen to it again while you're being active like I was today, and then print everything out, get it organized. And the next thing that I did was read through the manual. So this is the Extreme Fat Loss Diet Manual. It's just over 70 pages. It really is quick and easy to read, laid out very well, with just a lot of great information. It really breaks it all down. I'm going to show you the cliff notes to it pretty soon. So I read through the manual to get a good understanding of the program and what it's all about. And then I took a look at the training manual. There's a 21-page training manual that John Romanello wrote, because he created the workout programs that are part of this diet. So it's not just a diet. There's a very strategic and complementary workout program that goes with this diet plan. So I read through that manual next. And let's see, the next step. This is just a pre-program quick start checklist. So see how I got all into their separate little folders here. So there's a checklist to start this off, little supplement guide, and then the meal plan. So I wanted to take a look at all the meal plans here to make sure, it gives you a guideline for what you're going to do exactly every single day of the 25-day plan. I believe the exact meal plans with the recipes and everything, the shake recipes, all that stuff, was an upsell to the main program. The main program is absolutely awesome. I do highly recommend the upsell. Having all the menus really helps. So I took a look through the menus to make sure it was stuff that I like. There's a few meals that I'm gonna have to modify. I don't like shrimp, so there's lots of variety in there to begin with. So I'm just gonna make my minor little tweaks. So that is the nutrition manual. And next, this is gonna be the most important book during the 25 days while I'm following this plan. And this is really where the motivation kicks in. But one more part of the planning, I made sure I got my supplements as well. There's shake days involved in this, and I want to make sure. I am a big fan of ProGrade supplements. I love those guys. They're the only supplement company that I trust 100%. Their stuff is high quality, and they're just, the company itself is built on great character. Love these guys. Highly recommend the ProGrade supplements. So, and looking through all those meals, I kind of created a shopping list for what I'm going to need to do. It's pretty darn straightforward for the most part there. So that is, oh, and then there's one other thing I looked through. It's part of this. There's a few spreadsheets, Excel spreadsheets, where you enter in your own data, your weight, your current weight, body fat percentage, and it gives you a great breakdown of your calories, how many calories you should be consuming from fat, protein, carbohydrates throughout the day. I believe that was part of the meal plan upsell. as well, but it's really, really handy. It's gonna help me a lot in this journey. So I just entered in all my info. Now for the motivation, my extreme motivation, but that really helps. I mean, planning, having a plan of action, being organized is really gonna help lower my stress levels here, because you're embarking on a new program, you're excited, you just wanna dive in, but being planned and organized is a great first step, so you're not feeling overwhelmed with everything that's going on, and you're really gonna have a good grasp of the journey that you're about to begin on. So, if you don't know, my goal right now is to look the absolute best that I've ever looked, ever, on July 3rd when I go on a beach vacation. Now, this 25 days is going to end on June 2nd for me, and my wife Angie and I, we've got a little one-night getaway that we have planned for that event. And these are very, very crucial things. So my goal right now is to look my absolute best ever, and I've looked pretty freaking damn good. I don't say so myself earlier. So what I've done, this is my most important book, as I've said. On the very first page of this book, I've got 2 shots, 2 different times, not that long ago, where I've looked my absolute best ever. So 2 shots that I can reference. I'm not going for a certain weight, body fat percentage, or anything like that. I'm all appearance. I care about what I see in the mirror, how my clothes are fitting, the feedback I get from Angie. All these things mean the most to me, along with the energy and the energy and excitement I have to hang out with my kids and chase them around the yard and make the most out of my life. So I have comparisons here. This is what I'll be reflecting on. When I look in the mirror, I'm going to look at these pictures and compare where I'm at now to where I was when I looked my absolute best. Now, at the very top here is a picture of the resort that we're going to be staying at on July 3rd for our vacation. So I'm like picturing myself. I see these pictures and I know I'm going to look even better than that. I'm picturing even more carved out abs, even more definition than I currently have there, maybe a little bit more muscle as well. So I can visualize that, and I visualize myself floating in the pool there, lounging around, hanging out with my family, just the emotions, how great I feel about myself, knowing that I look my absolute best. I have all this energy. I picture myself throwing the kids in the water and holding Angie and just making this the most memorable vacation ever. So I have that on the top, and then I also have a couple more shots of the beach front where we're going to be staying, a little massage tiki hut type stuff. So I have that. So every day I'm going to be referencing this journal every single day. The very first thing I'm going to see is my goal. What I'm aiming is to look better than that, look great on this vacation, July 3rd. And so it's a constant reminder, the very first thing that I see. Now I mentioned, this is very important. Scheduling events around your goals is absolutely awesome. You'll notice this very first picture on the page here, Angie and I, that's the very first time I ever scheduled a photo shoot, and Angie and I did that together. That was incredible motivation for us to look our absolute best at that time, because we had that scheduled, we paid for the photographer in advance, and we had that date. We had an event scheduled around our fat loss goal. So this is very similar. So I recommend that you schedule some sort of event around your goal date, whether it's a photo shoot, whether it's just book a night with your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend. Just book a night out or hang out with the boys. Go on a night trip somewhere with the boys or the girls. Just create some sort of event where you're going to celebrate the success of your journey. Now I mentioned July 3rd is going to be 6 weeks after I actually complete this extreme fat loss diet. The extreme fat loss diet, Angie and I have an evening booked out of town where we're going to celebrate as I wrap up this journey. And so I've got that one event, the one night stay with Angie where we're celebrating, but that's the end of the extreme fat loss diet. I want to make sure when I'm following a program as intense as this, I don't want to gain weight back afterwards. I want to take that momentum that I'm going to take from this experience right now, build on that momentum and continue to look better and better as I approach my deadline of the summer. So I scheduled an event after this initial event, so there's always something to look forward to afterwards. So I highly recommend that. And then we've got a sheet for measurements, body parts, so I'll be entering in my data right before we start. So this is my journal where I'm going to be recording everything. It comes with like your planned, so you're going to have a list of the planned foods that you're going to eat for the day, and then right next to it, what you're actually eating. So that's in this section for each of the days there. and then it gives a breakdown of exactly, every day I have the breakdown of the grams of protein, carbs, all that stuff that I'll be consuming during that time. And then there's the workout journal. So I'll be entering in my data in the workout journal here, as well as I'm following through with this program for the next 25 days. And then I made sure I had some blank paper where I can just write out. I like to journal. I mean, these numbers and everything are important, like seeing the progress, making sure I'm sticking with it, but I like to record how I'm feeling, any experiences that I may have. Maybe Angie will see me come out of the shower at one point and make a comment to me. It really makes me boost my confidence, feel great about myself, make me feel like I'm right on track. I'm gonna write that kind of thing down. Maybe I pull on my pants and they're a little bit looser and I slip down a bit. I wanna record moments like that. I wanna record moments where I'm with my kids or someone else makes a comment to me. I'm just feeling great. Any little small victory, I want to record in here. Any challenge that I overcome, if I'm really struggling on one of the days and I'm just not sure if I can stick with it, and I gather up the strength and I gather up the motivation to continue, I want to know how I broke through that obstacle. So having a part in here with a loose leaf paper where I can document my thoughts, my emotions, my experiences as I'm going along with this is very important. And then in the very back, there's some cliff notes that I have here. So if I need a quick reference to any of the details, it's a short breakdown of exactly what I'm supposed to be doing that day, nutrition-wise, workout-wise. So that's how, those are a few of the steps. Let's see, next, one of the smartest things I think I've done for myself that's also going to work very effective for you is that I actually built a support team to help me get through this. And the way I did that was offer a bonus to people who get the extreme fat loss diet through my special link. When they do that, they get to be a part of my support group, my support community, where we're gonna support each other along this journey. So not only am I helping them, I'm gonna inspire them, motivate them on days that they may be struggling. I'll be celebrating their successes and victories along with them. And they're going to be helping each other out. We're all working together as a group here of like-minded people going after a very similar goal, and we're there to inspire and support each other. So I did this for them, but I also did it for me because I know I'm going to want support during this. And this was my way of creating my own support team. So it's very important that when you embark on a journey like this, to build that support group around you, because there's going to be people who are going to knock down your goals. People are going to try to hold you back. And you want to be surrounded by that support group, the people who are going to be really pushing you along to give your very best. 100% effort. Accountability is another big thing. I mean, I'm doing this video, I'm sharing it with the world on my blog. I'm telling everybody everywhere that I run into, I'm following this 25-day plan. I want to look my absolute best by July 3rd. Everyone's going to be seeing pictures of me. I'm taking pictures of my progress as I go along, and you'll see pictures of me on the beach when we experience this vacation. So I've got this big, huge accountability to live up to. I definitely don't want to let people down. That inspires me. It's uncomfortable. It's very tough to put it out there, but I know I really need it myself to push myself to the level that this program deserves. And like I said, whenever I commit to any program, I have to give my absolute best effort. And this is one of the things that I do. And of course, the very last thing for extreme motivation is I repeat to myself constantly throughout the day, whether I'm something I'm eating, whether it's during my activities, during my workouts, my very deep core values and beliefs, and that is that my family's freedom and my family's happiness depends on me being the best that I can be, physically, energy-wise, mentally, and I know when I'm looking my best and feeling my best, I'm at my absolute best. I can give the very best to my family and provide them with the freedom and happiness that they deserve. So every action I take, if I feel like giving up or I'm struggling, I'm constantly reminding myself, my family's freedom and happiness depends on me giving this action the very best effort that I can possibly give. So there are my extreme motivation tips for you to make the absolute most of the extreme fat loss diet. Hope you enjoyed the program. Hope you enjoyed these tips. Have yourself an absolutely awesome day.